hate living with an enemy. It's David character. Has anyone ever lived with someone they consider to be an enemy? Well, I know you personally, so that'd be incredibly weird, but thank you. Good to see you again, though, Isaac. It's great to have supportive friends, but sometimes he's making this all about him. Oh, this is good stuff. One off the wedding list. I do as well. Well, I guess I'll talk about mine then. Well, I've already told you about him, haven't I? I told you about David. It's actually not the food stealing. I can tolerate that. It's his career. It's what he does for a living. I think it's despicable. Any guesses what he does for a living? Insurance, very good. This is very good. It's nice, very good. It's good. I prepared a few jokes tonight, but chip in with any of your own. That's really, this is good. This is comedy socialism we're working with. I get the ball rolling, it'll just be a self-sustaining gig. I could just go off into the distance. Well done. You're all going to be on Taskmaster one day. I can feel it, I can feel it. Really, you've got it. No, worse than that. Far worse than that. David is a juggler. Isn't that awful? It's not impressive, is it, being a professional juggler? Here's how you know. What does someone do the minute they finish juggling? You don't have to do that if you've done something impressive, do you? Doctors don't do it when they've fixed your spine. Try walking, it's good, isn't it? David, man, he's arrogant. Be arrogant for an insurance guy. But for a man who wears cargo shorts and a top hat to work, unbelievable. He always compares my shows to his, you know. I'll get home at the end of a night and he'll say, "How's the gig?" I'll say, "Yeah, it was good, you know, mostly friends, but..." Nice full gig, and he'll say, "Yeah, my gigs always pack out." Well, yeah, you do them in Covent Garden. My gigs would pack out if they were blocking the entrance to Boots. Who's single? My beef with jugglers does not start with David. I met one a long, long time ago when I was a child, down on the shores of Scarborough, very close to where the walrus was doing his work. But this gig was not going as well. No one was putting any money in his hat. It was all going to the human statue. It's got a pinch a bit on it. You train your whole life learning your stupid little tricks, and then you realise it would be more profitable if you just stood still. Instead of internalising it and thinking, you know, this is about me and the fact that I've got the job of a medieval peasant. He turned on the crowd. He said, "For my next trick, I want a volunteer." And out of the crowd, he chose a little boy, me. Not recently, I was 6 years old. Brought me on and he gave me his clubs and he said, "You're going to throw them to me one by one. I'll catch them and everyone's going to cheer." And so I did it and everyone cheered. And I had a sense of euphoria that I'd never had before. It was my first ever time on stage. And then the juggler went into his backpack and he got out 3 swords. And he said, "I hope you've got a good catch on you, my boy. These ones are going for your head." Yeah, everyone there laughed their little heads off. And I cried. That's mean, isn't it? Can we agree that's not like I understand. Like, I'm a performer. I've had difficult gigs. Name me no friends. It's not you. I've had tough gigs, but I've never thought, do you know what will turn this round? If I just humiliate a toddler, I just think that will show them that I know what I'm doing. But it worked. People clapped and cheered, and they had a good time. It stuck with me all these years. And when I moved in with David, I said to him, "You'd never do that to a child." He said, "Yeah, it's an old juggler's trick. It's funny." It's not funny. It isn't. Look, I'm not a dad, but I'd like to be one day. Do you want to be a father one day? You want to have kids? You want to have kids, yeah. How many would you have?
2.
Yeah, nice. Just the one for me. I've got an imaginary son, but he's a great boy. He really is. And he's an amazing juggler. Not by accident, I trained him. Yeah, he didn't go out and play football like the other boys. He wasn't going out with his mates. Well, he doesn't have mates. He is, a juggler. And when he's good enough, I'm going to take him down to the shores of Scarborough. I'm going to take him to that jugglers show. I'll say, go on, lad. You get to the front of the crowd. Papa's waiting at the back. Any volunteers? Stick your hand up, boy! Remember Papa's training. He's going to hand in the clubs, everyone's going to love it, and then he's going to get the swords, right? Hopefully you're a good catch, lad. These are going for your head, right? And just as everyone there in the crowd starts laughing at my little boy, I'm going to shoot the juggler in the stomach. Thank you, Splitwise. He's an imaginary boy, but it's a real world out there, and I want him to be prepared for it. I was a real boy, and I had real problems, let me tell you. Wet the bed as a child? Any other former bedwetters in? There's a surprise! Who would have seen that coming? You know the bedwetting type, front row. Now you drink your drink, you've earned it. Please, get that piss ready. Oh, well, I packed it in when I was 12, which is still too old. It is, I knew it was too old because they assigned me a nurse. Can't believe your luck, can you? How much piss is that? The NHS is getting involved. We need to fix the boy. The nurse, she said, I'm going to cure you. And I said, with what? And she said, oh, I've got this buzzer. You may have heard of the buzzer. It's a buzzer that's attached to a special sensor. She said, the idea is we put it on your sheet, and when you wet the bed, it will make a noise, it will wake you up, it will train you out of it. It didn't do that for me, though. What it did do is create a Pavlovian response. So that no matter where I was, if I heard a buzzer, I'd piss my little pants. As if the bleep test wasn't humiliating enough already. No! I'm the slowest and the soggiest. The shame you feel when you're a little bedwetter. You're terrified you're going to get derobed as a little pissy pant boy. Remember once we went on a school trip and we had to stay overnight, so my mum had to tell the teacher. And the teacher was very nice about it. She said, look, we've made arrangements, but it's very subtle. No one's going to know. We get to the dorm room that evening. There's 29 regular beds. And then one with my full name on it. Covered in tarpaulin. Like a little morgue, like a grave. Like the teachers knew, this boy's dying tonight. But it turned out there wasn't one tarpaulin bed, there was two. Another pissy pant boy. Marcus was his name, pathetic little creature, really was. Little measly maggot of a child. We became best friends immediately, we did. Real recognised real. We were smallest boys in the class. We used to sit on each other's shoulders with a big coat and get bullied by the year below. But when our mums found out that we had become friends with other bedwetters, they were over the moon. I don't know what they thought, actually. To this day, I don't know if they thought we were going to, build a little bedwetters network, exchange buzzer tips. But it didn't work out that way. Instead, I think what happened is, we were too comfortable with one another. So when we'd have sleepovers, we'd fall into bad habits. We were like a couple of old alcoholics. Okay. There we'd be at midnight sharing 2 litres of Fanta. Hey, don't listen to that fucking nurse, lad. She don't know what she's talking about. Here, who can down it faster? Loser gets bottom bunk. It was like a Peter Andre video if you slept under me. But I realised, being a bedwetter, you can turn any weakness into a weapon. You got a pissy pant boy staying in your house, you be kind to him. I was ready to strike. I was like a little skunk. I remember Marcus's parents once humiliated me because I wouldn't finish my broccoli. They'd undercooked it. They said, that doesn't matter. You're in our house. You eat our food. So I ate it, and then I went to bed in their house, humiliated and full. And I woke up in the morning dry. And I thought, no. No, Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell. I'm shitting myself. Look at that broccoli again!